How's it going, everybody? Lance Akiro here, and Sculptur VR. Seems like they're trying to compete with Paintbrush VR, or Paint VR, actually. So, likely, in this one, we have two move controllers we can use in this game, which is probably a little bit better because then you can actually use it like a canvas. Other than that, the space is huge, or that's just my option, but I'm just kind of playing around with it for the first time, so I don't know. So we're going to kind of play around and kind of get an idea, like comparisons, but let's mostly focus on this before we do any comparison between the two of Sculpture and Paint VR. So right now on the right is basically my paintbrush or Sculpture and all that stuff. We could change the size of it from small to big. We can grab it. We can change the canvas from, I think this is the Sculpture, but anyway. So first, that's the first trophy you get. So other than that, I don't know what kind of texture I used, but then you can start carving it and then making something out of it. So that's actually not bad, and I like the particles falling out. That's pretty good, pretty good. Look at that. All right, so that's actually very creative. All right, so let's see something here. Um, so you got the smooth brush, the bulge deflate brush, and then a paintbrush. So you still have the classic paintbrush, it seems. Now, I want to know, is this something that I have to use first before? So for instance, let's say if I'm just going to see what this does. All right, so this makes the structure. You have choices between shapes, a sphere, a round cube, a puck, and a cone. And then I guess the rocket to destroy it or something like that. But anyway, so with this one, I should be able to smooth out the texture. I should. I don't know. Let me see. All right. I don't know what that did. I mean, I think it did it. And this one's the bulge deflate brush. And you could change the size of it. So I see the difference between how it smooths it out, I guess. Like I said, I'm just kind of playing around with it just to kind of get an idea what I'm looking at. Okay, so yeah, it is actually doing what it is. And then I think you can grab it. Oh, wow. Okay, so my big canvas, this is like literally my whole canvas. Oh, man. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what we got here on the top. This is like a stamp, it seems. Now, I don't know. Oh, let me try it. So basically, once I grab something, I can change it. There's a lot to look into this now. Now that I'm actually sitting down and actually kind of playing around with it. All right, so let's look at the top here so we can get an idea. The top here, this is your color changer. You can change colors. You can pick alternate colors. You can change it on your little board here. And you can actually customize the color, so that's not bad. Okay, and then you could do different materials between shiny, because looks like they got 3 types that you could choose from that you could just pick and alternate. Layers. So there's the different types of layers, it seems. Cube, diamond, and sphere. So those are the 3. You can add more layers to it, it seems. So this is like 1 layer, and then there's another layer you could do. Let's see what else. You can make it invisible, so that way once you're done with it, you can, instead of like, you can add multiple layers. So you got your base, and then you can add the next layer, which is your, any other structure you're going to do for your sculpture. All right, that's not bad. And then you can delete. This has a lot of varieties for you to sculpt. Press to move button, switch canvas. All right, so let's see what this rocket does, because Sky Grabber. Oh. Wow. Oh! I control the moon. So, okay, I see. You're changing your lighting aspect of it. I like the tone of... Yeah, look at the shadowing of the object. I can make it night, change the lighting, and day. I like the tone. It makes it... It's too relaxing. Very relaxing. All right. So... Now, this paints on the object. So, it's not like I'm actually... Cone. I didn't even ask for a cone. Anyway, but yeah, it paints on the object. But why does it do it like that? Like, why do I have to pick the shape that represents the color? Or, not the color. Why do I have to pick a shape that has to represent for painting, knowing the fact that I'm just going to paint it? Why couldn't they just pick one shape? Or give me multiple shapes to choose from, but then I can choose the category by keeping the same shape. But, I don't know. I'm thinking as I go. Now, I have something in the back of the Move controller once I flip it around where the trigger is. And you got scenes you can load from. There's demos. So here are the demos. These were some that was actually on the trailer. If you guys watched the trailer to this. So these are stuff that they can actually let you look at. So let's check out this sculpture that somebody did. Which I have no idea where it is because it's loading. Oh, wow. Right in front of you, it's building. So there's the lighting. Can I... Oh, it's still going. Or it's still loading, I think. I don't know. Can I mess with it? Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Look at this. I mean, right now, I think it's still loading. But at least I can look at the texture. This is the actual size. So mostly what I'm going to basically say is you can make this as small as possible. So let's see. How do we do this? All right. I don't want to mess this up. What I want to do is I want to... I think this is the undo and then redo. Let's see, round cube, and then shapes, and then there's the paint. And then that's where you could change the outline. There's each layer represents, so if you notice, every time I hit the layer, that's the base. And then they did it for the legs. But each one has its individual layer that you can just mess with. That's awesome. Now, why is... No way, can I? Let me see. Okay, wow. So this, oh my gosh, this reminds me of Super Mario Paintbrush, where you hit the rocket and it erases everything. Do I have a flashlight? This thing is coming with full of surprises. Look at that. Man, this... For just a sculpting game, you have a lot of features on here that, you know, you're just going to be, like, looking for. And I haven't even made a sculpture yet of anything. Alright, so let me see if I can kind of... Oh, alright. When it comes to grabbing, it's kind of odd to me. Okay, so now I figured out how to shrink objects and move things around. So for instance, since we have two, it makes it a lot better to enlarge it. Look how big I can make this. I mean, that's not bad. Like I said, this whole canvas is your oyster. So, like I said, this is pretty neat that you can make it this big. Or bigger. Make it look like you're a part of the scene and all that stuff. This is an actual driveway they made? Or no, a road. Oh, wow. Like, literally, it makes you a part of the scenery. So, yeah, you can make it as big as possible. That's good. They really seen how far this PlayStation can go. Knowing the fact that you can do that. Alright, let's see if I can actually do something, because even I'm a little bit curious. I mean, I'm not much of an artiste. I kind of look at pictures and then imitate it and do it for the best. But the one thing, when it comes to how I see it is, because Dream's coming out, And Dream, you can actually sculpt things in VR as well. So, I mean, these painting and sculpting VRs is probably a good example of what you can do with it. You know, knowing the fact that you're using two move controllers. So, the only concern I'm having right now is figuring out how to start. Like, I mean, that is just like probably my biggest thing is like, what am I gonna make? What should I make? How should I make it? Like, this is a start. I'm just making a flat surface. And then I can grab it and all that stuff. Now, right now the canvas is huge. This is what it looks like when it's small. So, in my perspective, what should I do to, you know, understand that hey, you know, you're in a big scene, but it makes sense. So, what I want to probably do is erase this if I can. Let's see if I can erase. Delete. Or do I have to use this? Okay, so I have to use this to actually delete, which is, I guess, okay. Or sculpt it out, one or the other. Alright, so let's try this again. Let's make sure that we have a small canvas right here. So, just notify that this box is your canvas, not outside the box, inside. So, if I'm not mistaken, you know, you can make a city if you wanted to, or something. I mean, if I was to do something like Little Big Planet when it came to making the Five Nights at Freddy's levels, I mean, I could probably make that whole structure in here and then throw myself in there. But then also I have to make the animatronics, which is not easy. All right, let's see what I can do. All right, so we already got our size. I don't know what the particle thing does. Scatter. What does scatter do? I have no idea what scatter does. Anyway, let's go back. Let's stretch the box. Let's see what we get. So just like I said, as long as it stays inside the box, this is basically your sculpture right here. So, you know, this is your canvas you play with. Not this whole area unless you enlarge it like this. Like I just did. I enlarged it. It's huge. That's big. Alright, so let's do some paintbrush. So you got different shapes you can play with. Here's a tube. See, like I'm doing it from the outside, but if I do it inside, it stays in there. So that goes to show you that, you know, I like how this one has a more open variety to actually do than paint. And that's the difference I'm seeing. Like, it actually makes sense to me when I'm actually knowing my area. So it's not like I'm having a bit of a trouble. And I'm using two move controllers, which makes the canvas to enlarge a lot easier. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I think Dream has that same concept when you're using the move controllers when you're building your levels. I think they have the same concept. And if they do, kudos to you guys. I'm glad I met them. I'm really glad I met them. That's good. Look at that. That's really nice. All right. Okay, so that's stamp. We don't, well, actually, stamp would be good, right? Anyway, let's shrink it. Let's try this again. Let me see if I could just start. This is like I gotta really think about this, but anyway, let me see, because I think I have an idea what I want to make. I was watching this anime called How to Keep a Mummy, and the character is pretty simple. I mean, it's a mummy, and it's too adorable, but it's just two shapes. So if I could make him, I think anybody could. So let's try it out, hopefully. First of all, there's my canvas. Gotta put myself in the canvas so I know that I can do it. And let's X this out. I like the little menu. It actually works out. Alright, so I need that cylinder, no cone, no shapes. So that's weird. Okay. That's the carve. Here's the size. So there's the head. And I know for a fact he had a body. The bottom two, just to let you know, bottom left where it says size, that's to shrink it. And then where it says grab, but it's highlighted on the move for a grab, that's to enlarge it. All right. And then put one here. So it looks like a snowman, but eventually, so it connects afterwards, and then that's when you can change the size. All right. Let's see what else I can have. Let's change this silicone. I'll work on the shaping a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot better. And then I can carve it a little bit. And like I said, I remember he has little stubby hands. Alright, so now let me see if I can actually carve this out a little bit. So you could change the size of it. And this is where the carving part comes in, which you want to be careful about. Now I think I can smooth it out. So here's the smoothing brush. Where, see how it smooths out the ridges? Hopefully. So I gotta shrink it just so. But then I can also enlarge it, make it a little closer. This is pretty nice. Ooh, I know something. I just forgot. Hold on. Yeah, I thought as much. Hold on, you guys. Your comments are coming in like, yeah, I see like 2 comments and all that stuff. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I just noticed that it felt empty, and I know people are coming in. So, yeah, I just discovered that my comment box was not on. My apologies. But yeah, I saw Hatcher, and then I saw somebody with a Japanese account or a Japanese name. So, yeah. All right. Let me see. No, but I'm actually liking this a lot. This one actually makes sense when it comes to making characters or making a sculpture of something. Yes, the box is on. How you doing, Hacker? Wow. It makes it a little bit better. Yeah, I'm actually liking this when it comes to sculpting because now bulge and deflate, which I don't really need to deflate. All right, let me see. So now I can. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like. Well, yeah, we could change it from a teddy bear. Now, let me see what happens. Undo. So that's how you undo things, just in case you don't like it. There we go. Now, can I change the shape? Like, for instance, this is... Okay, yeah, I can. So I can keep the shape and carve with that shape. So that's good. I like that. Okay, that saves a little bit more time once you shrink it. And then, yeah, it looks like a teddy bear though. Probably make a teddy bear instead. Oh. Change the size a little bit. I think this will be my first 3D sculpture because not often I do 3D sculpturing. And I know Dreams is going to be a challenge because I want to implement the same levels. And I heard you can do it in you could make a VR game. Yeah, yeah. I just gotta shape it out a little bit. So which means I have to put some ears on. We're gonna change this from a bear. There we go. And then we're gonna smooth it out. Yeah, we're gonna make a teddy bear now. See, it's interesting, you know, you start something and then everybody else sees something else from it. But no, yep, definitely made a teddy bear. Always start something simple and then work your way. I can even see the shape of it too. If I add something there, that wouldn't be fine. So right now, this would be kind of the base, and then I would make another layer to add to the base. Alright, so I gotta get rid of some of it. No color only. I can smooth this out. Look at that. Oh, look at that. See, I smoothed that one out. Wow. See, yeah, okay. Now I gotta add more to this one. So I am going to enlarge it. Oops, right in my face. This gives you more arms. Don't worry, we're going to smooth that out. Well, you... Hacker, I'll have to say we're going to make a teddy bear since, you know, your ideas kind of showed the way. So I'm just going to kind of sculpt the teddy bear out a little bit, you know, make the base, and then after making the base, we'll decorate it. So this is just the... How do you call it? This is, just, like I said, this is the base. The base where you can form it out into something, close up some gaps, and then carve it out. It's gonna be squeaky chair, but I'm gonna try to get myself a new chair. We're gonna make a teddy bear. Usually, I'm not a type of person that can, you know, think on the fly like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna create something one day and all that stuff. I can't do that. It would be a giant cube. Oh, yeah, that's like the easiest thing to make, you know? Alrighty. So I already done smoothing. That's deflating. Bend. Carve. Alright. Usually, I don't even know if you can even have a picture in front of you like how Paint VR does. Because Paint VR can give you a picture. I'm hoping to make this... But I'll probably... Okay, there we go. Okay. And then I can smooth it out later. Now the only thing with paint is you can bend the shape of the object, which, you know, that's very creative too, you know, to bend out the shape of the object. You know, if you want the arms to close and all that stuff, that's creative. And I never figured that out when I played it the first time. Let's see. I think the arm. I don't know in Sculptur. With Sculptur, it's more like you kind of sculpt it. But that should. I'm just thinking on the fly of it while I'm playing around. So maybe it might come up where I might run into that feature. I don't know. All right, let me smooth it out a little bit. Oh, okay. So it's not like I actually have to smooth it out like that. It just smoothens itself. So if I can just make this whole thing smooth by just running all over it. Okay, that's cool. I don't want to smooth that out. That's your tummy. See, I would have to put more emphasis on the shape of it. Like, the back is fine. There we go. Kind of. Let me see. Boop. Let's try that again. Keep missing that one angle. All right. A little better. All right, so let's see if I can figure out this layer. So right now I have, this is the main layer because it's showing the full shape. So I am going to mess with the second layer by adding in another layer. So this is the second layer I should be on. It's highlighted already. Yes, it's a fat teddy bear. You gotta love the fluffy one. Well, not fluffy. So I should be able to paint right now. So this is, no stamping. Let's see. So I've got the color. That's fine. Paintbrush, there we go. So right now I can just, I should be able, oh, okay. So no, I have to pick the layer. So I want to paint this layer. So I could just paint it like that. Paint the whole body. Turn it around. Paint the other one. Or paint its back. Now I got myself alright, so let's add in a little more. Oop, there you go. It needs a tail. Teddies need tails. So let's throw that in. Yeah, it's a noisy chair. It's old. No. Oop. There we go. Tail will be right here. Alright. So, with that said, let's go back to paint. And kind of paint the belly a little bit. Okay. And let's see. Alright, so now I should be able to pick layer 1 because this will be just your average build. I think we can do the button eyes. We could do that. Yeah, we'll do the classic button eyes. So, wait, what did I do? No? Oh man. Okay. Can I move? No, I don't want to move that. Well, actually, I just want to move that layer. All right, let me delete. So this is the tricky part now. Okay. Well, it's not that tricky. I'm just making it difficult. I don't want to make it that difficult. All right. So what I need to do is this, where I imitate it. So it's still in there, but I don't have to do too much. All right. Let me smooth it out. All right. So I'm getting used to it. Oh. Undo. Nope. That's forward. Yeah, I just did previously. I don't want my bear to be mad or look mad. I mean, I could put more emphasis, but oh my gosh, that's just thinking about it is the hard part. I don't even know what the round cube does. That's just the cone. I could probably put stitches. Let me see. Or I'll just, I don't know. I really don't know. Let me see. It's like to the point where you just don't. Aw, you know what? I could have just used the cone. It just now dawned on me. Look at that. Because then all I have to do. Oh, oh gosh. Undo. Because I can change the size. And let me see what it looks like. Yeah, man, that could have saved me more time. So I can actually delete the layer, watch, and then I can start the face all over again. So I like the fact that, you know, once you're done with something and you don't want to mess with it, you can click into another one and just kind of start over. But now I'm actually understanding how this is working in its own sense. My bear's chubby. That's a chubby bear. Other than that, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's usually a start. Once I probably play around with it more, which usually having time for that is like really scarce. Maybe I might figure something out, but you know, hey, it's a teddy bear. I like my teddy. Let's see. Fog. Floor grid. So you can have the floor grid on or off. Vibration. Handiness right. Yes, it is a fat teddy. Fat. Oof. And all right, let me just save it. Online 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they got 6 saves online. I guess same New file. Online. Saving online, save complete, upload complete. Oh, you get a trophy for that. Cool. I don't know how many trophies this thing has, but other than that, this is like, that's the size of my bear. It is a very, very small bear. And then I can make him into a giant bear. He can, like, trample around and terrorize everybody. But yeah, other than that, pretty neat. Sculptur has a little bit more feature and a better, nice way to control. That's what I'm liking about this. You know, I have more of a better feel to, you know, enlarging, shrinking, sculpting features. Even though it feels confusing, once you kind of play around with it, it is not as confusing as you would see. Because then afterwards, at least I know the size of canvas I have, and I can enlarge the canvas. And from there, you know, I can work around it if I wanted to. But this Sculptur VR is probably a really good example of what Paint VR should be like. I mean, if Paint VR gives us an example of, you know, painting lines and making it into 3D art, then sheesh, these two should just combine to each other and just make one VR game. But other than that, I like this. I really like this. All right. I mean, I'm just going to kind of stop here. I was just demonstrating and seeing what kind of features we're looking at. But this is really good because I'm using two Move controllers. It's understandable when it comes to different shapes you're playing with because every art is shape and all you have to do is just put the shapes in and then that's it. Yes. So with that said, I'm going to stop here. If you have any comments or questions that you're concerned about that maybe I already came across or you just didn't understand, just leave it in the comments. Overall, this is $20 after a couple of days. If you have PlayStation Plus, it's $17 right now. So the price is reasonable for this game, especially for what you can do. I don't know how far you can do it, but when it comes to like saving your files online and then retrieving it. But overall, this is probably a good tool. Because like I said, they came out with nice ways of... Because if I show you... Well, see, there's my online one. There's my recent. I have nothing online. Oh, so, wow, okay. I thought I was going to end this, but... Wow, look at this. These are other people's creations. Now I can change pages. There's like 24 pages right now. But look at everybody's creation. Wow. I have no idea what this is. Look at that. Look at all these sculptures. I don't know if you can mess them up. Someone made Venom or... Yeah, I remember somebody in Paint was like a Venom fan. Brain battery. I think somebody made Squirtle over there. PlayStation Home. Someone's a PlayStation Home fan. I think that's Bulbasaur. Yeah, that's Bulbasaur. They even did the eyes and face right. Nice job. But other than that, no. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a very shiny... Yep. That's that blob thingy from Dragon Quest. Other than that, wow, look at these. And I think you can load it up too, so let's find one to load up. Wow. I'm a little bit scared on some of these because you don't know what they made, but they made it anyway. Alright, I'm just trying to find one that looks decent enough. Oh yeah, and you have a flashlight on the bottom of your remote, of your Move controller that you can kind of shine your light on. Let's check this out. You can download the level. So let's check this out. So this is nice. This is pretty nice. Actually, no, this is good. So yeah, you can load people's sculptures and actually, let's check your ears. Check your ears. Ears are clean. This is pretty nice. I wonder if he just did it by how it is, or did he do it by layers? Let's see. Yeah, he has multiple layers. Hey, Kyle, what you doing, man? Doing good, right? So yeah, he made layers for this one, which is good, because, you know, he did everything individually. But yeah, you can upload people's things, you can actually destroy it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect it or anything. So if I shoot this rocket, it's going to go boom. Wow, I actually blasted a hole through his chest. Like, that's the common way to say it, but yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go for a headshot. Actually, let's make the thing a lot bigger. Whoa, dang. That's a big rocket. Alright, I'm going to put you right over there. I don't think I can miss this one, and if I do, this is weird. I'm moving on to another one. Alright, here we go. Oh, gosh. All that's left is the torso. Alright, here we go. Actually, let's make it as small as possible. Oh my gosh, that's tiny. Wow, that's tiny. Alright, hold on. Alright, hold on. Oh, okay. It's like a machine gun. Okay, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. The fact that you can make it as small as that. I really do not know the biggest size. Yeah, this is the biggest size. And then, oh man. All right, so everything's destroyed. No, that's funny. But other than that, this is pretty good. I think they did a good job making this one. This one actually made sense in a way of how they really presented this. This is very presentable if you're into art and you like to sculpt things in a VR perspective. They did it right. Paint's still not bad. You know, they're probably tweaking it up a little bit. I haven't been on it in a while. There's probably more features that I haven't played with, because with Paint you can actually kind of bend and flex. This one I didn't really see it. You're just kind of sculpting with whatever shape you have. So other than that, no, this is still worth it if you're into that creativity. Like, I got creativity, but I would faster look at something and then imitate it. But I can't think of it on the fly, because that's hard, or I just haven't constantly done it to make that happen. So other than that, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna look at another VR game, see if that's actually worth the money, and we'll see how it goes. But if you have any other questions, leave it in the comments below, and we'll take it from there. So hope to see you guys another time, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a like if this was good.